fancy you read too much.
Well, hey, everybody.
Hi, Sissy. Hey, why did you bring it?
I brought myself, Chickabiddy. Think that enough? Oh, and a couple of magazines from the dentist. What does he need them for? Or me either. I can't read like my educated little niece here. Hello, Katie, my darling.
Good evening, Sissy.
Well, you look fine, Katie.
Yeah, I look fine.
Who's Bill the Beans? Oh, I forgot it was old Barker's day here. Where's Johnny? I was kind of counting on him to be in my corner.
Oh, sure, you and Johnny.
Oh, look, Katie, I didn't tell you because I wanted to bring Bill around. But I couldn't. He's home sleeping. He's a milkman, see? Ah, listen. You're going to wish me happiness, ain't you?
Naturally, I'm going to wish you happiness. This time, too.
Oh, golly, why can't you skip to the part where you forgive me? You're going to before you're through. You know I'll get around you in the end. Why can't you just be human now and get it over with? Huh?
Oh, there ain't no one like you to get around a person in the whole world, unless it's Johnny. You're in time for pie. Go on now and sit down.
Oh, that's more like it. That's my kid sister talking. Just coffee for me. I gotta get home soon and fix breakfast for Bill.
Breakfast at night?
Yeah, ain't it a riot? We sleep all day long with the shades pulled down to keep out the sun, and the windows shut to keep out the noise. It's fun. You don't live like nobody else.
No, you sure don't.
Easy on the whip, kid. Oh, wait till you meet my Bill. You and him will
Wouldn't you marry nobody that they wasn't named Bill, ain't sis?
She might not remember them if they wasn't.
Oh, Bill's got some other name. Steve, I think it is. But I always like Bill. A good man's name with no stuck-up about it. Oh, you'll be crazy about him, Katie.
Yeah, but the question is, how'll him and you get along? Oh, it's wrong, Sissy. I mean, the others...
The others was wrong. What's right about keeping on with a guy you don't love each other anymore?
But it ain't as easy as that.
I think Aunt Sissy's right about when love is dead.
Now look what you started. It ain't nothing to talk about in front of them. Every time you come here, you fill their heads with...
Go on downstairs for a while, kids. Your mama's got a spanking up her sleeve, and she ain't gonna feel right till somebody gets it. Might as well get it over with. Oh, you don't want to frown like that, Snuggle Pup. The fellas don't go for that at all. All right, kid, let's have it. The works. I'm a disgrace. You don't know what you're going to do with me. You can hardly face the neighbors with what they must be saying. I'm old enough to know better. Go on, get it all off your chest, and then we can make up and forget about it.
That's right. Talk your way out of it. You probably will, too. What'd Mama have to say?
Oh, you know Mama. She don't say much.
Oh,
but...
sure, I know Mama. Sissy is bad only where the men are concerned, but she's good in her heart. Oh, but that ain't it, Sissy. People got a right to talk, and the kids are bound to hear, and it ain't right for them. And you can get in trouble. You ain't real sure what happened, and there's laws about things
Katie,
like
to
that.
help me. This time it's for keeps. I ain't even gonna look at another guy. And as for the last one, he can't be alive or I would have heard from him. I've been pretty good. 7 years is a long time to wait around not being married. They said all you had to wait was 7 years. And I waited.
Well, for the life of me, I don't know what you're trying to talk yourself into, but I got a feeling it ain't right.
All I know is it can't be wrong or I wouldn't feel like I do about it. I'm dumb, sure, but I know this much. If I feel bad about something, it's wrong. And if I feel good, it's right. Oh, you wouldn't get it, Katie. You got all the breaks I never had. You got the kids, and you've got a guy you're clear overboard about. You're lucky.
Yeah, and where does crazy over somebody get you? It don't put no pennies in the bank. It don't buy no clothes for the kids to go to school in. Maybe you got it better not sticking to one guy. I wish sometimes I wasn't so crazy over him.
Hey, Katie.
I won't have the kids taking after him either. Him and those dreamy ways of his I used to think was so fine. Not if I gotta cut it right out of their hearts.
Hey, Katie, what are you saying?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You're saying plenty. What's happened between you and Johnny?
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what's come over me.
Well, look, hon, it's time we found out. Sure, we got something to talk about now.
I don't want to...
You're the kid sister. You listen now. You was awful crazy about Johnny. Don't tell me I seen you. It was like every woman wants to be with a guy.
Yeah?
All right. Maybe Johnny didn't turn out just like you figured. Sure, he drinks and all, and you're the one who's had to make most of the living, but everybody's got something. And you wasn't crazy about Johnny because he was going to be a banker. It was on account of, well, on account of how he laughed and how you felt walking down the street holding on to him and having other women look at you. And the way he could talk about things and the way he had saying hello to everybody like Like he was giving away something. That's what you was crazy about, and that ain't changed. I don't know. Them things couldn't change in Johnny. Not even if he tried. He's just different, kind of. He always was. But he ain't changed. If there's been any changing, hon, maybe it's you. You still got all you was crazy over, ain't you?
Yeah.
Then thank your lucky stars for what you got, Katie Nolan, and take the rest along with it. And you got a lot. You can take it from me. And don't think you haven't.
Well, I might have known, starting out to take you apart, I'd wind up with you making me over.
Nice going. Don't stir yourself, pal. Thank you. Better go inside, Alfred.
How'd you come out, Aunt Sis?
No decision. It was a draw. Your mom's bark is worse than her bite. Look, tell me something. When Papa's home, I bet him and Mama laugh aplenty, don't they? You know, like they always did.
Sure. Pop can make anybody laugh when he wants to. Except when he's drunk.
Sick Neely, Mama said to call it.
Okay, sick then.
Look, hon, tell you what you can do for me. Do all the laughing you can. You know, keeps everybody healthy.
Okay.
Laughter is the singing of the angels.
You're a funny kid. Head full of all them things. Kind of like your pop.
She tells lies like Pop, too.
He does not tell lies.
Well, I don't know what you call
Time
him.
out. I've had enough battling to last me for today. Where'd you get the skates?
Oh, they aren't ours. Papa said to get us some, though.
Oh, he didn't mean it. He just said that.
He did, too, mean it, Neely Nolan, and...
Easy now. Kind of like your pop, don't you, hon?
He does mean it, doesn't he, Aunt Sissy?
Sure he means it. He means it every word. But, well, you know, sometimes things happen. But it kind of ain't his fault. I tell you what. Let's make out like Johnny gave you them skates like he said. And they're yours. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Oh, Aunt Sissy...
No sense them things standing around, nobody using them. Come on. Here we go. Easy now. Is that fun? Huh?
Can I put him on next day, Sissy?
Mama, can you stop that? You bring back my daughter's skates. You was the one that put them kids up to it. Easy now, nobody's hurt. We only borrowed them.
She's not going off with him, Effie.
Don't you dare take up with that woman like that, you poor little guy. Do you have to put up with that all the time? Come on over here now. This woman here, she tried to... Oh, I'm sure glad you come along, handsome. You look like you could whip a bunch of women into line.
Well, that's fine, but now suppose somebody tells me what all the excitement's about.
Look, she tried to steal my little girl's skates. She tried to vamp her.
We
That's
only
your-
bought them for just a minute, honest.
That's right. There wasn't nobody using them. And a little fun and frolic on a Saturday never hurt nobody. Bet you know all about that, don't you? If you think you're going to get out of it making eyes at the law... Used to be a quiet thing. I don't know what the world's coming to.
Get back a little bit, buddy, huh?
This lady is my sister. She didn't mean any harm. I'm quite sure she didn't.
Well, as far as I can see, there's been no harm done. Now, just break it up. Run along. Go to your homes. Go on, you two. Go on, buddy. Run along. Now, suppose I see you women to your home.
Thanks, handsome.
My sister's always trying to be funny, officer. She don't mean nothing by it. I'd like you to know this is the first time that any of my family ever got into any trouble on the street. And I'll see to it that it don't happen again.
I guess I know a lady when I see one, ma'am. I'm glad I've been of service to you, ma'am.
He sure took a shine to you, Katie.
Go on, who'd look at me?
He would.
Funny, sometimes you kind of forget you are a woman.
He wasn't going to arrest us, Mama. Aunt Sissy talked him out of it. We got to skate on him anyway, didn't we, Aunt Sissy?
You go inside and tell Sheila and her mama you're sorry.
Do I have to, Mama?
I don't like to say to you what I'm going to, Sissy.
Oh, golly, are we going to start that again?
You're the only sister I got. I don't care what people say about you for myself. But I got the kids to worry about, and if I don't worry about them, nobody else will. You're bad for them, Sissy.
What are you trying to say, kid?
I don't want you to come around here no more. My mind's made up, so don't try to change it with any of that soft talk of yours.
Why, I won't, Katie. Not if you mean it. But let's keep on talking about you. Soft's one thing, but hard's another.
All right, it ain't nice to be hard. But my kids is gonna be somebody if I gotta turn into granite rock to make 'em.
Oh, I wish I hadn't said that, kid. Bye, Katie. Hiya, kid. Well, they're sure taking chances I wouldn't leaving you handle them meats. Where's Francie? Thanks. Hiya, Mac. Hello, kid. How are you, lamb? Look, you gotta do something for me. This was in the paper and I cut it out. You gotta read it to me and... What's the matter, hon?
No, I'm all right, Aunt Sissy.
No, you ain't. You ain't, Vincent. Look, don't you think you better spill it to your Aunt Sissy?
What is it you want me to read to you, Aunt Sissy?
Well, we'll get that out of the way first. Look, here it is. Likely you don't remember him, but it's my last husband, Bill. The one I thought was dead, but he ain't. He's got his picture in there, and I want to know what it says. Maybe it says where he lives, so I can write to him about getting a divorce or something. I got the best husband in all the world now, and I don't want this here one bobbing up and making no trouble. He's a fireman someplace. I can tell that from his clothes. He was just starting out in the fireman
It says
business.
he's a hero. He saved some people in a fire.
Does it say where?
The 9th Precinct, Manhattan.
Manhattan, huh? Couldn't make the grade in Brooklyn, I guess. I want you to write to him, Francie. Write this. Dear Bill.
This says his name is Roland Pulaski.
That's right, I remember. Make it Dear Mr. Pulaski. Beans as now I'm married to somebody else, I want you to see about getting a real legal divorce. Because I thought you was dead, but you ain't. And because you got the money now on account of the reward. Yours very truly, Sissy, something like that.
But Aunt Sissy, he must have already done that, because it says here he's married again.
He does?
On the human interest side of the story, Mrs. Pulaski had returned home only the day before from the hospital after presenting Mr. Pulaski with a brand new son, the 4th child of the marriage. So if he got a divorce that long ago, you don't have to.
Then my being married to Bill, this one I mean is all legal? Well, now if that ain't a load off my chest. You know something? I think I'll give Bill Pulaski a wedding present.
But Aunt Sissy, you can't. He's been married for years.
4 kids, huh? Must be a pretty sickly woman, this Mrs. Pulaski, going to the hospital just to have a baby.
Oh, no. Lots of people go there now to have babies. It's better.
Sure enough? You know something? I'm going to cash in my funeral policy and have my baby at a hospital. And when my baby is born and lives, I want you to write that R. Pulaski and announce it. Boy, do I feel better. And now, Chickapee, we'll talk about you. Can't your Aunt Sissy help you any?
I'm all right.
No, you aren't, honey. Not all shut up like that. I know how you feel, but you can't keep hanging on to it.
I'm all right. I don't want to talk about it.
All right, baby, all right. But I tell you what, you can do something for me. Look, your mama feels awful bad, too. She needs you. Why don't you talk to her about it?
She doesn't need
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. She's got Neely. Why wasn't it Neely she was going to make quit school? He never cared about it. She doesn't love me like Papa did, and she didn't love him either. Not really. She hurt him. I saw her, and he never hurt anybody. I'm going to finish this grade because he gave it to me, and then I'll work for her. But she can't be Papa to me. She can't ever.
Don't feel like that, baby, don't.
Leave me alone. I'm all right. Please go away and leave me alone.
All right, Chickapee. All right.
Fancy, you forgot your flowers. They aren't mine. I'm not carrying flowers today. Some of the girls, their family sends them flowers.
They're on your desk, Lamb. Better go see.
Oh, well, I have to get my things anyway.
He gave me the money to buy him way before Christmas. To make sure he had it, he said. Then he wrote out the card. Come on, kid. Let it go, baby. There ain't a soul gonna hear you. Let it go.